Economic Development Commission, and our state representative Christy Carpino is here, and our state senator Norm Needleman is here as well. So without further ado, it's 7 o'clock, and I am calling the legal notice of public hearing for the Board of Selectmen to order Wednesday, March 4, 2020 at 7 p.m. And pursuant to Section 503I of the Portland Town Charter, notice is hereby given that the Town of Portland will conduct a public hearing by the Board of Selectmen tonight, Wednesday, March 4, 2020, at 7 p.m. in the Portland Library in the Mary Flood Room, 20 Freestone Avenue, Portland, Connecticut, to provide residents opportunity to discuss the fiscal year 2020 Community Development Block Grant Program and solicit citizen input. The maximum award limits for this grant are up to $1,500,000 for public housing modernization, including pre-development and construction, up to $800,000 for a housing rehabilitation program, up to $1 million for infrastructure, for example, streets and sidewalks, up to $350,000 for public services such as youth homelessness and shelter diversion programs in participation with the Community Access Network, and up to $1 million for public facilities, for example, construction, reconstruction, rehabilitation, or installation of public facilities and improvements, as well as fire protection equipment. Major activity categories include acquisition, housing rehabilitation, public housing modernization, community facilities, public services, and economic development. Projects funded with Community Development Block Grant allocations must carry out at least one of three national objectives: to benefit low and moderate income persons, 2, elimination of slums and blight, or 3, meeting urgent community development needs. The purpose of this public hearing is to obtain citizens' views on the town's community development and housing needs, and to review and discuss specific project activities in the areas of housing, economic development, or community facilities which could be part of the town's new application for funding for this year 2020. Also, the public hearing will be to give citizens an opportunity to make their comments known on the program and for approval of a possible program income reuse program. If you are unable to attend such public hearing, you may direct written comments to my office, the Portland First Selectwoman, at 33 East Main Street, P.O. Box 71, Portland, 06480, and you can always email me at sbransfield@portlandct.org. In addition, information can always be obtained at the above address, which is the 33 East Main Street, between hours of 8:30 and 4:30, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, and 8:30 a.m. to noon on Fridays. The Portland First Selectwoman's Office, on behalf of the town of Portland, anticipates applying for the grant amount of $350,000 under Public Services, which is an eligible activity for a shelter diversion program. In addition, the town will not create a revolving loan fund with program income generated from the Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Application Handbook, principal and interest generated from the grant for a public housing rehabilitation loan program. The town of Portland promotes fair housing. We make all programs available to low and moderate income households regardless of race, creed, color, national origin, ancestry, sex, gender identity or expression, marital status, age, lawful source of income, familial status, learning disability or physical, mental disability, or sexual orientation. All are encouraged to attend. This hearing is accessible to the handicapped, and any disabled persons at any time can always contact us if they require special assistance, or non-English speaking persons can always contact our Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator, who is our building official, Lincoln White, And if you ever need him, he can be reached at 860-342-6728. And if you could, please, at least 5 days prior to any hearing. As of this point, we don't have any such request. We are an equal opportunity affirmative action employer and provider. Dated this 13th day of February 2020, attest Susan S. Bransfield for Selectmen. This was in the Middletown Press, I believe on the 19th of February, as well as the 26th of February. And it is a requirement that we have such a hearing so that we can apply for these grants. And in particular, we're very interested in helping not just Portland, but the general community of Middlesex County and also into Meriden and Wallingford. And what our anticipation is, one idea, is to apply for $350,000 to assess this coordinated access network to assist people who are on the verge of, maybe already homeless, or need assistance. So the plan will be to work with a nonprofit agency in the community, and we will be the host that will be able to acquire the grant, administer it with help from a grant writing entity that we have engaged. And we hope that it makes a better community for people, particularly those that are in such need. I can attest that there is such a need. We sometimes actually have youngsters who may be becoming adults that are foster children, and they find themselves unable to be in the house that they're in, and then they would require housing. So such a grant will allow us to hire some people to help, because we are not equipped at this point and we're low staffed in this kind of an endeavor in the greater community. We have 3 people here today that if you had any questions, they'd be happy to answer them. They're assisting us through the United Way as well as the Alliance for Affordable Housing Alliance out of New Haven.
It's a
Statewide agency. So we're looking forward to this application, and at this point I'll open it up if there's any public comment. Yes, Norm?
So
Norm Ward.
how's the grant money handled?
It'll be handled by our finance office, and it is given to us through the State Department of Economic Housing, State Department of Housing. They used to be part of DEC. So it's the State Department of Housing, and they assist us with oversight as well as give us some help if we need it, and it'll be administered through our finance office.
So like up to $1.5 million, that would be handled by our own director of finance?
That's if we're applying for that type of programming, Norm. If we had a lot of interest in that, we could apply for that. At this point, we're interested in a smaller grant, which is $350,000, that would assist with the homelessness diversion program. And the United Way in Middletown has been helping us for many years, and we hope to engage them in their assistance as well. I have some information, if anyone, either at this point or later, we have some information on housing data profiles within our community that might be of interest to you. And we also have some information on 211, which is the number you dial when you need assistance and help. Yes, Norm?
Just clarification for myself. Can a private developer apply for this $1.5
No.
grant? Just only for the staff.
Now, they may be able to access those dollars through a RFP that would go out, or some type of a bidding arrangement that could go out. But no, this is available to communities. I think we have to be under, is it 30,000 people? 50,000 people. So we qualify because we're a small town. The larger communities get these dollars as by right if they're large communities. We don't. Smaller communities have to competitively apply for these dollars. It's called small cities. And it can be very helpful to us. We've received them in the past. In fact, it helped us put an elevator in the senior center, and I believe we also finished off the basement after we had built the building, and it also was very helpful to us. We were applying on behalf of the Portland Housing Authority, and some work for fire safety was conducted at the Quarry Heights complex, as well as some upgrades to code compliance for handicapped accessibility. So it's really, really well-designed program, and it can be of great help because it augments our budget. Any other questions or comments? If there is none, we will, yes.
I need an address for the record.
I think Lake Road.
54 Lake Road.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. If there isn't any further comments, I'll close the public hearing and turn it over to Economic Development. Mary. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. This is the fun night for economic development. As an economic developer, I have a lot of metrics, a lot of measurements that your town is successful. There's financial measurements, there's population measurements. The one thing that you can't measure is that intrinsic value when you walk into a community and you just feel like you want to live there. There's a sense of welcome, there's the way that the people treat each other, there's the way that people talk to each other. And that is very evident in Portland, and there are two people here tonight that are really responsible for that. Malili's Cafe and Grill moved here from Cromwell in 2013, and we were happy to steal them. Christy's smiling over there because she didn't mind because she's in Cromwell, but she represents Portland, so she got to keep them either way. Their 264 Main Street location was home to the former Cavalieri's Bakery and Deli, and Cavalieri's had hosted a dinner for Veterans Day. Sebi didn't have to, but he promised that he would keep doing that. Not only did he keep doing that, but he and Teresa have expanded that. Their staff serve approximately 200 veterans and their guests at the annual dinner every year. And these are not just veterans from Portland. We get calls from all of the neighboring communities from around Middlesex County. It's the camaraderie. It's the same feeling that you get when you walk into Malili's, you get when you walk into the Veterans Dinner. Malili's covers the entire cost of that meal. And in addition to the annual dinner, their staff comes and they treat these men and women like royalty. It is amazing to watch these people have conversations about events that none of us who are not veterans could ever understand, and they never feel rushed. They can stay, they can talk as long as they want, they're welcomed, and it's that same sense of community that you feel in that high school cafeteria, and it's because of the two of them. When you walk into Malili's on Main Street, you know immediately that it's a gathering place. Whether you go in for breakfast or you stop in for coffee or sandwiches or pastry or pizza or cookies or just to catch up with friends, it's always a place where everyone feels welcome and they feel at home. Regulars are greeted like family, and when you walk in, you can hear everyone at the counter say you want your regular order, and it's usually ready and waiting for them. In 2017, Sebi was honored by the Board of Directors of the Veterans of the Vietnam and Saudi Wars in appreciation of his dedication to area veterans, and received a citation from the Connecticut General Assembly and from Christy Carpino and the acting Commissioner of Veterans Affairs at the time. So the EDC thought that it was only fitting that we give them the 2020 Outstanding Small Business Community Service Award in appreciation of their dedicated service to our community, and this is presented by the Portland Economic Development Commission. Christy and Norm Needleman have a presentation for you as well.
I'm so happy to be here tonight with Christy and with you folks. This is a citation from the General Assembly, State of Connecticut General Assembly, official citation introduced by Representative Christy Carpino and Senator Norm Needleman. Be it hereby known that to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Sebi and Teresa Millardo, Malili's Cafe and Grill, in recognition of being designated as Portland's 2020 Outstanding Small Business Community Service Award by the Portland Economic Development Commission. Your dedication to the community and commitment to excellence that not only serves citizens of our community well, but also functions as a model for other businesses. We wish you both continued success. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion expresses the hope for continued success. Given this fourth day of March 2020 at the state capitol, Hartford, Connecticut, Martin Looney, President Pro Tem, and Joe Arasimowicz, Speaker of the House, and Secretary of State Denise Merrill.
We need to do a group photo.
Yeah, I just want to publicly thank them, though. It's a good thing there's a Main Street Portland, because they told me they were going from Main Street to Main Street. I have one of those regular orders. It is a family affair. Even my kids have a preferred cookie when I'm coming over, and they do so much behind the scenes. So I know that we're publicly thanking you today, but I also know all the little things that you do behind the scenes. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, you get Frank the
It's an
camera.
honor.
Got it. Okay.
Go right ahead. You go up with the ladies there. I don't know. Mary's in charge.
You know what, we like to sometimes do it by the flag.
Susan, where would you now to?
How about by the flag, right?
We're going over there now. All right, you're gonna make your move.
Nice. Very nice. So I wrote it down. 13. Otherwise, I'll do it. Sounds good.
Flag over there.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
So we are not done.
Somebody wants to say a few words.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you give me the soup recipe?
Okay. I'd like to thank everybody. First of all, this is a great honor. When I took over here for Portland for Cavalieri, he asked me about doing the veterans dinner, and of course, it's an honor to do it that first year, and I knew after that it had to be done, and it's great. My daughters, Josephine, Nicole, my adopted daughter over there, Charlotte. They're great. We do everything we do it with our heart, and I can't imagine. You have no idea how many veterans come up and thank us, and it's just I don't know. It's just a great feeling, and as long as I'm in Portland, as long as I'm here, that dinner will go on. And I moved here in 2013 from Cromwell. Cromwell is great. Christine followed us. They treated me well, but when I moved there, Portland has been great. That's because they got great leaders like Susan and the whole committee from Portland here. They treated me very well. I don't know what to say about to be in a better town than this. They're great. I thank you guys. And as long as we're around, we'll keep on doing the best we can to serve you guys and do the best. But this is a great honor again. I appreciate it, and thank you very much. Thank you.
That's right.
So if Malili's is the business that makes you feel like you're home, Chris Cody's is the business that puts us on the map. Portland is one of those towns in the center of the state that when you tell somebody where you live, either they know where you live or they have no idea where you live. So you tell them in the middle of the river, there's a bend in the center of the state, that's right where we are. But anybody that's a golfer, as soon as you say I'm from Portland, oh, where Chris Cody is. Chris's business came here in 2008. He opened at 275 Main Street where Savvy Swap is now, and he put the big green stripe on his building. And immediately you could tell that it's Portland. We know what everybody drives for a car. There was all these out-of-towners coming in. And we thought, this is going to take off. In 2014, they built the new building on Portland Cobalt Road, and the business has continued to expand. The Portland location includes Chris Cody's Golf Shop at 750 Portland Cobalt Road, the virtual golf facility at 750, the Pro Shop at Portland Golf Course on Bartlett Street, and now the National Performance Institute and the new facility that's under construction at 400 Gospel Lane at what we all call Four Corners. Then on top of that, there's Chris Cody's Golf Shop and the Top Racer Golf in Southington. There's the Pro Shop at Black Ridge and Hebron. He just keeps growing, but Portland is their home. He's focusing on building the business beyond retail sales and education and has engineered his own putter, which premiered at the 2019 Connecticut May Day at the state capitol. His company is a key sponsor of both the Travelers Championship at River Highlands and the annual Connecticut Golf Show. The shop has been nationally recognized, including the Mizuno Top 100 Club Fitters from 2010 to 19, and they'll get it again this year. The Ping Top Club Fitter, Golf Digest Top 100 Club Fitter, Golf Magazine Hotspot, and in February they were named one of the 50 best club fitters in North America by Golf.com. It's not often that a business from a small town changes an industry, but Chris and I have talked. Golf is one of those sports that as demographics change, it's becoming more difficult for businesses to keep generating the increases in revenue and things that they did. And Chris isn't sitting back. He's helping everyone in the industry. It's very innovative. He's bringing young people in. He's bringing technology in. He's taking what the young people do and play on handhelds and creating the same thing in the studio there. And it really is changing the face of golf. So there really wasn't anything other than the 2020 Entrepreneurs Award that the Economic Development Commission could present to Chris Cody. So this is in recognition of his innovation, dedication, and community spirit, and it is presented by the Economic Development Commission.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you can stay here because you have some side issues as well.
I can.
Nobody's ever been able to up to now, so I could shoot less than 100 on one hole. I'd be very lucky. It would be a good day. I'm going to skip a couple of parts of it, but here, be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Chris Cody, 2020 Entrepreneurs Award in recognition of being designated as Portland's 2020 Entrepreneurs Award by the Portland Economic Development Commission. You have been recognized for your demonstration of innovation, dedication, and community spirit. We wish you continued success for many years to come. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success. Given this fourth day of March at the state capitol in Hartford, Martin Looney, President, Joe Simowitz, Speaker of the House, and Denise Merrill, Secretary of the State.
So congratulations. I hate giving you my back when I'm this way. But for those of you who don't know, Chris is also very brave because when Mary and Susan and I took a tour with our lieutenant governor, he gave me a golf club to try out his new virtual toy. And you're a very brave man. But congratulations to everything. And I have to tell you, what a bit of pride it was for me when you came up to Connecticut May Day and a few colleagues, were wandering about and said, that golf guy, he's from Portland? I said, he is. And we claim you. I said, yeah, he's one of ours. So congratulations, but really much success because we're all invested in watching you grow. And thanks for putting us on the map. I know it's not easy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Please.
I'd like to say a couple things about my business and kind of where it started right out here on Main Street. How lucky I am every day to drive down Route 17 in Portland and go to my store on Route 66. I never had any, visions of that store. It's just been a lot of hard work, dedication. And when I opened that store, I didn't want to fail. And the year that we opened was 2008. And I think we all remember the market crashing, stock market, housing crisis. And I'm like, I was not going to fail. And I started a lot of my days at 3, 4 in the morning. You know, you'd be driving by there, and I'd be there getting ready for the day. And so I feel very fortunate to have a business here in Portland. I'm so lucky. It's been very very well supported by the town. So thank you for all the selectmen. Sue, thank you. Mary, great job. Thank you for all the support. And just recently, we were awarded the top 50 club fitter in the country. And this is a big country we live in. And there's a lot of golf stores across the country. So that was one of our top awards. And, one thing that small business brings to small towns like this is that we have 15 full-time employees that make a real living. They make real money when they work for us. So, including Danielle, my daughter here. I'm sorry. Yeah, she just joined us from. She was working out in Phoenix at the Ping manufacturer, Ping Golf, and now she's working for us full-time doing our our website, social media. She's doing a great job. So Danielle here is a Portland-raised kid, and so anyway, yeah, DHS, that's right. But thank you for the support from the town. I feel very honored and lucky to have a business in this town, and we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep going forward and keep expanding, and we're going to declare Portland the golf capital of the state, right? We talked about it. So hopefully, we'll see. But thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate the support, and I love Portland, and I love having a business here. So thank you.
We want to thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
And we want to thank you, Sebi. It's really been a pleasure to have you, and we look forward to many, many, many more years. And it's also wonderful to see the next generation being part of a business that is so successful. And it certainly warms our heart to know that it's continuing on. In fact, this morning we were at another generational business, and that was Petzold's, where they've been there 75 years. And now, I think it's now the fourth generation of young people that are carrying on the business. Quite a tradition that you're part of, and we just really, really appreciate you and enjoy all that you do for us and for the whole state and beyond. So thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate what you do for our folks here. Thanks for breaking. I guess so. By the book.
There was no coat today.
That's a good score. Very happy about that. Very happy about that. Congratulations.